It was a wild night at Columbia University here in New York. The spoiled little Marxists with their very fashionable Free Gaza / Death to Israel protests escalated the situation dramatically, breaking and entering into a lecture hall in the middle of the night, occupying the building, holding it all day today. It was something to see. The move likely didn't affect too much, as all classes are now remote because of these kids. The alleged adults have decided to fully capitulate to the Marxist freak show we're seeing. Radical, racist, uneducated, obnoxious brats hiding their faces so they can still get a job at a Manhattan law firm in about 18 months. The students now calling for an intifada, a phrase used to describe events like October 7th being screamed by this deranged mob of babies. This afternoon, one of the leaders came out of the academic hall that her group violently occupied and demanded the university provide them with catering. Take a listen.
I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students. Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you? If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
The most spoiled and obnoxious kids you ever saw, attempting to cast themselves as part of the suffering by alleging at an Ivy League school that they need humanitarian aid. Her name is Joanna King-Slutsky. We found her, a self-hating, rich Jewish girl majoring in English and literature. This is exactly the prototype of the people that are doing this. From her Columbia bio, my dissertation is on fantasies of limitless energy in the transatlantic romantic imagination from 1760 to 1860. My goal is to write a prehistory of metabolic rift, Marx's term for the disruption of energy circuits caused by industrialization under capitalism. Yes, we're serious. Imagine being that privileged that you go to Columbia and focus on that. How fraudulent this young woman must feel on the inside, how much self-loathing she must have. And now she's demanding food from the Ivy League university she attends and is now terrorizing. Makes you wonder if she tried Uber Eats. I'm sure her dad's credit card pays for it. Why not ask the guy right behind her? See the belly shirt on the guy wearing a keffiyeh? He could have made a Costco run. Get him an Uber XL Black, Daddy's Amex. While he's gone, you can ponder how many minutes you both would survive in Gaza before being flung off of a building by your supposed heroes. It is a hysterical time to be alive right now. These are the moments that we all look up at the sky and wonder why the asteroid hasn't hit yet. Where's the reset button for all this? To make these people even more insufferable, these masked anarchists that they like to call themselves are working both sides of this, showing their civil disobedience while covering their butts at the same time. Quote, part of the playbook involves leveraging outside activists, including activist attorneys, to overwhelm campuses while shielding students from any legal blowback. So it's free Palestine, it's down with Israel, it's we are Hamas, death to Israel, as long as I don't miss the EDM festival this weekend. Yeah. Former Obama advisor Larry Summers actually had a good point on that. Let's play it.
They feel what they're doing is profoundly just, but they should recognize, as Martin Luther King did, and as Gandhi did, that accepting punishment, even severe punishment, was part of the act of civil disobedience, rather than trying to rally allies to insist that they will not be disciplined.
Yeah, because they're just brats, the least inspiring, most obnoxious, spoiled, grown-up babies you could ever imagine. And these universities, with centuries of history and credibility, billions in endowments, buildings that educated the leaders of the greatest country in the world, are capitulating to them as fast as they can because they're completely rotted, because most of their faculty agrees with these kids. Let's be honest. They're the ones who indoctrinated them in the first place.